There, maybe that fixed it. Did it just come back? Was I muted that whole time? Am I? Can you hear me now? I guess so. Wow. I do sincerely apologize. I know exactly what it is. I have this wireless mic thing here, and if I put it in backwards, it doesn't work. I've only done that one time before, and someone mentioned it, and I caught it early on and didn't change it. And I'm sorry I didn't see the comments. I didn't see the comments coming through and saying that. I do apologize for that. I'm glad you guys were having fun without me. Just I do apologize. So I'm gonna, in summation, I will wrap up with the temperature and the humidity. 23.5 degrees, a little cooler, and 85% humidity. That's just a drop bit cooler, but today's going to be a nasty one. Um, it's going to be 4 degrees hotter than it was yesterday. So I got my surgery today, so I'm all ready for that, and head out to do that. Apologies again for being muted for so long. Let's see. Let's just read through the comments and see what you guys were all talking about. Let's see. Okay, then Robert gave the temperature in Napanee, Ontario is 27°C and 38% humidity, air quality of 23. All right, a little bit on the hot side, and or air quality decreasing just a little bit, isn't it? There's Tim. Hopefully, it's recorded locally. It isn't. So yeah, this video is a wash. So if it didn't get through to you guys, it didn't get through local either. Thank you, Tim, for letting me know that you're unmuted. And others, I'm sorry about that. Jim Jam Birds. Hey, Jim Jam Birds. You there? If you're still there, I got your box yesterday. It came last night. I'll be working on this next week. I have surgery today, so my eyes will be out of commission. But I got this, and I was going to send you a message to let you know. But hopefully you're out there and you're seeing this. But thank you for sending that to me. And Jim Jam Bird says 25 degrees and 75% humidity. So you're a little hotter than here, and a little less humidity. Evelyn says, are you guys still there? Oh well, Trump just landed in London. Oh really? Crystal, hi Crystal. Hi everyone. He's muted for me too. Probably won't see you until afterwards, but the exercise is primarily for him. Wow, Crystal knows me very well. Yes, that is actually true. That's that's. But I just want to tell you something. That's one of the things that makes it, I guess, in a way, easy to do this. I get people sometimes, because I do a lot of videos, and I get new content creators writing to me, and they're saying, what do I do? What do I do? And I say, well, just do something for you. And I just say, this sounds cliche, but just do something for you. Do something that you enjoy, and then, like the old cliche says, it doesn't feel like work, right? You don't have to contrive it, right? So you're right, Crystal. I'm doing this so that I can improve myself, and just inviting others to participate, or to chime in and leave comments and criticisms. You're absolutely right. So thank you for, I guess what I want to say is thank you for knowing me so well, Crystal. I appreciate that. Not having sound does make this feel more like a detective show, doesn't it? Tim says, or Robert says, well, we can still have the energy. Oh, can you? Really? I'm missing the cicadas. Well, you can hear them now, hopefully. Crystal says, I didn't realize how loud they were. I mean, I play Animal Crossing, and they were super loud in there. Didn't realize how accurate it is, really. Some of them are really loud. There's different species out there. Some of them are incredibly loud. Not as loud as the cicadas, of course, but Crystal goes on, right now we have bears. 3 were spotted around town last night. Really? Bears? Where do you live, Crystal? Evelyn asks. I'm no good at lip reading. Anybody here on Discord? That's nice, David. David, thank you. David, I keep meaning to spend, if you're talking about the Discord server that I maintain, I really do mean to make that my primary place on the internet. I need to find a way to make that my main home. Well, I wonder why it's such a struggle for me to make that happen. Crystal says, Vancouver Island. I would love Vancouver Island. I turned 12 years old on Vancouver Island. We went across the ferry at the top of the island with my family. We were living in a potato chip truck, and we were hippies. And I got on the 12th, my 12th birthday. We were camping in a forest, and I got a bow and arrow, a kitty toy bow and arrow, and I shot all the arrows and lost all the arrows into the forest. And then we took the ferry across from Vancouver Island back to the mainland at the bottom of the island, and I took my bow with me, but no arrows. So I'm probably to this day, Crystal, my 6 arrows are somewhere, or the arrowheads at least, are somewhere in the woods on the island, on the big island that you live on. That's one of my memories, other than the beauty of the place. Evelyn's like, nice. No audio here either. Hello, Act 98006. Boy, everybody showed up today. And then Jim Bird says, I grew up in Soak. I hope I'm saying that right. Robert says, I can be David Jackson, but I'm outside right now. Robert says, hello to Act 98006. Crystal says, Souk is nice. I lived in Victoria for a while for university. I'm up in Port Alberni. Lovely part of the world. Certainly is. Crystal says, similar to Suzuka in lots of ways. Really? What a shame if the sound isn't being recorded. Yeah. Vivian. Hello, Vivian. Wow. No audio. Yeah, no audio. I fixed it, but too late. Well, not too late. Just in time to talk to all of you. Robert says, hello, Vivian. Yep, confirming no audio. Robert says, we must read the room. As the Japanese like to say, read the air. Evelyn says, we sure are a dedicated. I guess so. Wow. Well, you've got one another, right? Tim says, sometimes I wonder what would be worse than being blind or deaf. I think blind. What would be worse, being blind or deaf? I think being blind, I think so too. Evelyn says, too much noise in the world. I would be okay with losing my hearing. Me too. I would rather lose my hearing than my sight for sure. Vivian says, yes, Evelyn, we are loyal, supportive friends. That you all are. Robert says, Kurt has a strong community. Well, thank you, Robert. It's all because of you guys. David Jackson says to Robert, not now necessarily. I mean, I use Discord generally. It seems a few here might. Erica says, hi all. Hi, Kurt. Jinkies, no sound. Well, I wish everyone a solid morning, noon, night. You covered it all there, Erica. Thank you. And sorry about the no sound. Robert says to David Jackson, I use it daily, most often for work, but also to keep up with creators I enjoy engaging with. Yeah, I really do see it, Robert, that it's the right place to be, especially going forward. Robert says hello to Erica. Erica says hi to Robert. David Jackson says, I'm hanging on to see the facial expression when Kurt turns to comments. He will not notice until the hour ends. Claude says, Evelyn says, everyone is cracking me up. Hello, and Robert says hi to Claude. Erica says, Kurt is a rock star with or without audio. Thank you. Crystal says, there it is, the laugh volume. Boom, you sure were. Yes, yep, yeah, the tis back now. Priceless the whole time. Okay, now, hey, no worries. We were having fun, just vibing. Weather here, Tim says, is 11.3 C and 80 humidity. That would, of course, be in England. I wonder if you're still having the storm, Tim. Tim says, best wishes on the surgery. Thank you. Jim Bird says, yeah, I guess you saw that I got your package here, Jim Birds. Crystal says, good luck with the surgery today. Probably not a big deal, but well wishes anyway. You know what's funny, Crystal? Even though it isn't a big deal, it's rather routine surgery, it's still something about having someone poke you in the eye and cutting out your eye and cutting out your lens and putting in a new lens. That is kind of makes it a little squirmish, you know? But it was such a great success on the right eye. I'm nothing but confidence in the left eye. Well, thank you for your well wishes. Jim Bird says, good luck today. Thank you. Robert says, good luck with the surgery. Claude says, El Paso, Texas, 31C, no humidity. Vivian says, oh, okay, wow, 31, it's pretty hot. And Vivian says, 24C and drizzling here in Rio de Janeiro. Wow, Rio, 24. That sounds so beautiful. Crystal says, that's neat that you lived in a potato truck on the island. Yeah, my family, we were hippies and we were traveling around the country, United States and Canada, both countries, working to find ourselves. That was 1976. Francesco Zanetti, hello, Francisco. Robert says hi to Francisco. Crystal says, is it cornea surgery or LASIK? It's cataract surgery. So they're doing whatever it is that they do to fix cataracts, Crystal. Wow, thank you all for not only for those of that stuck with me through the majority of this without sound. Uh, Thank you. So two things. One, I've learned that even the reason I don't check comments throughout is that it's like trying to it's like trying to juggle and do something else, right? Because when I'm doing my thing, it's like juggling a little bit. You get kind of a flow going. You all know what I mean, right? And if you see a comment, the balls go all over the place, right? And then, well, where was I, right? But what I need to do is, at least in the first couple of minutes, in the first minute or so, I should definitely check comments to see if anyone's telling me about the volume. And I promise to do that from now on. Also, I promise I can actually see a little blue light if I've got it correct. I'm going to add that to my workflow to check for the blue light before I click on the button to go live. Thank you everybody for your patience and for your help, for letting me know. I really do appreciate it. And thank you for your well wishes as I go into surgery today. Jim Birds, thank you for sending me the package. I'm going to work on this next week and get this back to you. Also to the letter that I received here from, I'll leave that person anonymous. One of the things you guys didn't hear me saying was I was talking about the good use of time. Yesterday was a full day of activity, but I didn't feel like I was doing stuff that was like on the sweet edge of very good work. And I brought these two packages out, this package and this letter, to say, this is what I mean. Engaging with stuff like this is the best possible use of my time at this point in my life. Just like spending time in Discord. I wasn't just making small talk a moment ago when I said that Discord is important to me. Spending more time on Discord, because that's where people, anybody that makes an effort to come and join the Discord server that I created, is someone who, it's a really a good use of my time to engage and spend time there, right? You know what I mean? Just like it's a really good use of my time to engage, like Jim Bird sent me the book, right? I mean, you went to the effort of buying my book, sending it to me so that I can sign and illustrate it for you and send it back. I mean, what better use of anything in my life could there possibly be than to do that very act? So I'm going to do this next week for you, Jim Birds, and with great gratitude that you have entrusted with me your copy of the book to do that, and I really do appreciate it. So thank you for helping me to distill out what I think is the better use of time, not just the making time go by, but, and what you missed when I was, because I was muted, was I was saying, I painted a picture of an old wood shop from, like, you know, the turn of the century, right, where they would have like a little steam engine, or maybe the 1910s or the 1920s, you know, put 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 put, and they would have a little flywheel going, and then maybe there's tools in the machine shop, and then maybe there's a lathe, and if they want to engage the lathe, they pull a lever, and then the flywheel, the big leather pulley strap comes down and engages with the flywheel on the put steam engine and begins to turn the mechanism of the lathe. So it's pop, 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 pop. You pull the lever, pop, 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 and the energy, the torque is going over it, and it's engaging, and you can do some work on the lathe. Yesterday felt like a day where I had the putt-putt going all day long, but I wasn't applying that energy to things that I felt were really a good use of time. And I specifically went in to my room to get these to say, this is what I mean. This would be good use of time, spending things on time like this. That's all I wanted to point out, was that thank you for the opportunity to make the best use of my time, especially to you, Jim Birds, for sending me your book. All right, I guess I'll finish for that. Any other comments before I go? Tim adds, because I asked about the storm, the worst of the winds have passed, but torrential rain for later tonight. Wow, hang in there, Tim. Hope the plants survive. And Jim Birds, you got the message. Good, sounds great. So I'll be working on that next week, and I'll let you know, Jim Birds, when the book is ready and back in the mail to you. The best kept secret about El Paso, Claude says, is that it's dry heat that is tolerable. Ah, yes. Julie says, hi, I'm late, oh well. Oh, Julie, don't worry about it. I was muted for almost everything. Everyone was having a great time without me. I was just blah, 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 and all by myself until I stopped and I realized that through the messages that I was muted. So, but welcome, Julie. Hope all is well. Crystal says, good luck, relax a lot, take care of yourself. Thank you very much, Crystal. I appreciate that, referring to my surgery later today. Tim says, have a good day, lots of ice cream after surgery. I'm going to do that, Tim. I'm going to go down to Yumiko will drive. I'll ask her to drive us to the convenience store and get ice cream. Thank you very well, Evelyn, for the well wishes. And good. I hope you enjoy your day in Italy if you're still there. Take care, everybody. Be safe, but not too safe. When I see you the next time, I'll have a new vision. Also, I can see the light. Bye-bye.